Welcome back to Spectrums. Please help us welcome our next guest, one part of Relative Theory, Firey Phoenix.
With the cord in my hand.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yes. We definitely had to get some feminine energy on this hip hop panel.
Right.
Yes.
Who else better to have for a hip hop show than Firey Phoenix?
Yes.
The fly girl.
Yay! So let me ask you, Firey Phoenix, because I know you've spit some rhymes before. So, are you hip hop or you a rapper?
I'm absolutely positively hip hop.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely positively. I'm getting some feedback from the audience, but it's true. And I want to say a few things about what hip-hop is to me to make sure that that's clear, because everybody should have a different hip-hop experience. Like, it should mean something different to you. That's what makes it a culture. So for me, it started out with being in the middle school drill teams. That's where it started for me. I had the airbrush back of the jacket. I was the captain of a dance team. Brown Sugar was my name.
Oh, right, Brown Sugar!
And so it started out with me B-girling with a group of girls. We was B-girling to all the songs that were hot at the time. Salt and Pepper was always in the equation.
B-girling to that.
Another Bad Creation used to be my favorite thing on the planet.
I want to understand what B-girling is.
Mine too.
Just saying.
I like them too.
What do you mean by B-girling to it? I'm sorry. I want to learn.
Breaking it down, drilling. Like, just think about it. Like when Mary J came out and the videos had the lines of girls blending together, and you know, like the transitions. That's what we were about in the teams I was in. And our tennis shoes had to match our gear, and we had to be fresh from the top to the bottom. It was a look, it was a culture, and it was also a protest for us, because there was this criminalization of youth, and it still goes on, you know, but it's evolving. Like you were saying, you got to evolve with it. But when we were young, the criminalization was just looking like the culture was bad. So it made it more attractive to me, because I was like, oh, this is bad to you, who I don't even like. Then guess what? Let's sign me up for another pair of those tennis shoes, because they make you mad. So it became a cultural thing for me. And then as you grow up, as you progress, if you look back historically, like jazz, it was the same stigma for jazz when jazz was created by the population that believed in gospel. So you know, it was inappropriate to use the music for fun. That was the only reason. And in the black culture, we took that in because we had the separation of, you know, the churches feeling like you don't want to, you know, be at the juke joints. Right. It just transitioned into the culture that became current. So then we had the separation of hip hop from pop, and you know, Michael Jackson was okay, but the rappers were not. But before, you know, if you go back one generation, Michael Jackson wasn't okay. So we were the rebellion of what was not okay. And that's where I identified with it. And then as I grew up, you know, you see more and more things that are produced, and then the older you get, when there's a young group below you, you have a tendency to say, y'all are bad.
So how do you feel about where hip hop stands now? Do you feel like it's dead, dying, growing?
I'm not one of those people that says rap is bad. Okay. What I say is balance is necessary. And I mean, I think we talked about this a little bit when I was here last time, when I was talking about, you know, female rappers have a tendency to be all about booty and taking dudes' money and all that kind of stuff. But if you're gonna rap about that, talk about that time when you hustled somebody, got caught, ended up in trouble, and now you was sitting on the highway because he found out you stole his money, and now you sitting on the highway on the side 4 hours from home, no phone, trying to figure out how to get home because your hustle didn't work. Like, if you balance it, it's healthy. But if you talk about it and just glorify it and then give that irresponsible message to the next young 18-year-old girl who wants to become a get it like you live kind of chick, and she goes out and does it, and then she has a bad outcome, you help that.
So what do you think about women in hip hop now? I mean, they've done like shows where, you know, the women, the female MCs have been on there.
Where are they now? No more Queen Latifah.
Right, because now you've got more.
They're there, but now.
You have like Nicki Minaj, who's like the standout person right now, standout woman in hip hop.
Little Kim.
But you know, how do you feel about where women in hip hop have gone and where they've been?
I think that women in hip hop, when they become good, transition into more than hip hop. So you'll see Queen Latifah do a whole bunch of other stuff. She can act, She can do jazz standards.
Yes.
She can
Sings
transition.
like you can also.
Right. You end up doing more stuff because hip hop is evolution. It really is. So if you just rap, or if you know, and then something happens where you find out, you know what, I can transition my ability to spit into careers. Like I have a job.
Exactly.
Y'all know I go to work every day.
Right.
Y'all don't hardly see me. I have a job, but I use the hip hop skills that I have, and I transition that into my career. So my spoken word capability ended up being an opportunity for me to make money. So I got a salary.
Right.
God. With my hip hop. My hip hop turned into a career because it's that evolution.
Right.
You pay attention to what you're capable of, and I still get to be a part of hip hop.
Because you're an activist. Like that's what you're doing.
So I still
You're
get
still
to
a part because
both.
it's not just the music. We go back to that.
Right. If you lean on it as a culture, a way of
You're
living,
still present. Yeah.
you can be present in more than one way. So that is why rap is not all of hip hop. So there's it really can't be one versus the other, then it's collapsing on itself. It's just more a matter of realizing that hip hop is bigger than just rap, and it came from belonging to hip hop is local first and foremost, in my opinion. It don't, I mean, I was influenced by national artists, but here in Milwaukee, the artists that I've always worked with were always doing this. When we were in high school, we were doing this in the talent shows. We were doing, it was the culture here that influenced my desire to be part of hip hop, because there was the talent shows, the opportunities. You know, our youth don't have as many talent shows at school as they.
Yeah,
we were in middle school.
right.
There was like 4 of them a year. You was getting ready for one. You know, it's time for the summer show, it's time for the spring show. There are few now, and you know, with what happened with African World Festival, that's gone. You know, in the component it was. It's back. It came back this year, but you know that component was gone. All these opportunities for us to really use hip hop for what it's for: teaching, educating, uplifting, and building, and changing your actual community.
Right.
Don't get to operate without places like True School, Urban Underground. You know, being funded to teach the elements of hip hop, all of them, including the b-boying, the DJ, and the dance, and all of it.
Well, you're going to show us what a B-girl can do after we come back from this break. So if you guys want to see what Firey Phoenix is made of, don't go anywhere.
You don't
We'll be
want to
right back.